You're far from home, farmer. How did you make it all this way in your...
Why do we gotta be farmers just because we're from Deerwood?
Are you a farm?
Yeah, but you can't just assume. We got rap...
I'm the harbor master. Oh, yes, you do. You can't dock a ship in the harbor and have your run of Queen's Birth.
Show them what you are. Yes, that's it.
What's the matter with you? What are you doing? If you're trying to scare us...
Now.
What? What is this?
Run for it!
Everybody saw that, right? It wasn't just me.
And now Port Marche is behind us. I thought this would be a relief.
Need a fresh jacket or pants? Something? Take your time. I'll give you space to browse.
Watcher. Tiverus. Is it really you?
Hey, I know those feathers. Pallegina.
It's been ages, but...
You two know each other? I mean, I wouldn't be jealous if you did.
Know this last cap? Oh, weren't aware you favored feathers.
I'm sure that even at Cadnois, you must have heard what happened when I returned to the Republics. The Republic survived. That is the most important thing. And here the company's business seems to be getting on fine without my interference. No. No company associated with the Dukes will employ me now. I get by working as a ship guard. I suppose I should not be surprised considering all we went through. But no. I will not be coming with you, Watcher. I would be lucky if I wound up. Corres, Watcher.
Maybe we don't start with the part about Aethys next time?
Gon's sickle comes for us all, yet Gon shepherds us all, traveler. Seek out his temple along the sacred stair.
The Hazanui is
That
at the
path shall be
palace,
made clear.
blaming the Valiants for attacking one of their ports.
Well, did they?
Of course not. But the Queen must calm them down before they go to war over it.
Thank you again for... I didn't enjoy deceiving them, but it seemed simpler than... I hoped you'd understand. Believe me, I take no pleasure in duplicity. After we parted, I set out to destroy the leaden key. It's controlled us for too long. I wanted to free Kith from it. So for 5 years, I've been tracking down leaden key circles, searching for the places where they operate in secret, trying to undo them. The task has been more... I don't think it was much easier when I only had to follow someone else's lead. My father's, Theos's, yours. I know, and... After we defeated Theos, I thought the hard part of undoing his work would be tracking down the Leaden Key's members and operations. Perhaps this would be easier with an... I went to a village in Old Valia. Aye, right home like it was. Centuries ago, the Leaden Key had intervened, and the details were lost, but what had endured was a practice of ritual bloodletting.
You got an eye for charming little towns.
At every full moon, the villagers would feed the soil with their blood. No one, young or old, the village priest administered the practice. Grim old fellow. Wicked old bonebag. He was a tyrant. I was certain that if the villagers were so I arranged for him to have an accident. The old man died. They were convinced his death was an ill omen. They blamed it, so they began bloodletting every week, turning on their neighbors for giving too little. Instead of a handful dying each year, a few perished every week. I had to do something, didn't I? I keep wondering what I might have done differently, or how I could have known better. Perhaps so. Thank you. It's a relief to share. That. I'm looking for an old leaden key. I want to be sure. Please, let...
Merla, how is every ship hunter taken?
Need a hand? I'm on it.
I only deal with serious clients. Now, Shu. Not the business of answering questions, Nazenale. Madiko, but it is impossible to find skilled work when every competent freelancer wastes their shore leave in the wild mare. When blood travels south of their brains, the value of a good bounty is forgotten. You, a nameless face of the... I do not make a habit of shepherding new talent, but... Ach, there is a seed of potential. We will cut your teeth on Biakara, a Huana sailor and would-be patriot who plagues company ships. Gelarde! Biakara sails a voyager's scale of Tangaloa off of Hasongo's northeastern coast. Questions? Ask you, but you have your quarry. But too much but I blame you. Our privateers are busy escorting shipments out of the Deadfire. Where are the casitas?
Not a problem.
Eccosi. You have business here. You are in luck. The governor...
Consider it done.
Keep it down.
Not a problem. Already on it.
An interesting surprise. The Watcher of Cadnoa, no? I am told that is your ship in the harbor. I am Nueva Alvari, governor in residence of the Valiant Trading. Generous of him. I am a little surprised he gave you up, to be honest. His operations on Port Maget must be going... How much do you know about the luminous Adra trade? Funny, I thought the Dawn Stars were the only people we didn't have to worry about. Every viable deposit is of interest to us. Cartographers, surveyors, at any moment some weeks ago, we received word of a large quantity of luminous Adra on a distant island. However, Pukukahara is said to neighbor the island of Tikawara, and we've already made contact with the natives there. We dispatched an expedition. Our people have neither returned nor sent any word on their progress. We are too long delayed, and someone must finish the job. A watcher can determine if there is essence in the Adra. If it is that, I leave to you. Consider it an investment on your part. One that this will be of some use to you, I think. It entitles you to act as a commissioned agent of the Valiant Trading Company. Until then, I believe we're finished. Return here once you have word of our agents and our prize. Oh.
It's still going on, is it? When will those arrogant louts decide that enough is enough?
Consider it done.
Try not to break anything. The servers at the tavern are clumsy. Most clumsy, indeed. Stumbling from the street, I see. This is the heart of the Valiant Trading Company. You would know that if you... From her office, Governor Alvari carries out the will of the Songretta Mea Compressa. We clerks are the fingers of their long reach.
Not a problem.
Just a moment. There we are. So, did Alvari send you? I'm putting together the numbers. She will have to be patient. Well, you're no clerk. Sientere, Watcher. I was preoccupied. Do not take it personally. Oleska Saraso, advisor. Did you get turned around? I have little to do with people. What can I do for you today, Watch? I will not lie. Our fortunes dwindle. I must ask the director for... Put plainly, I am an advisor to the director. I keep the books in order and offer advice on the operations of the fleet. Profits, losses, all here. I have a better head for numbers than for small talk. It is nice to be asked, I suppose. That is true, but hardly anyone says so. I have been lucky to reach this position. I can spare a few moments. She's nice, no? A little intense, maybe. Well, it dukes, nobles, while the Songretta is away.
Hey. Uh-huh. Don't think I can pull that off. Keeping an eye out. Yeah?
Not sure I can.
Yeah? Yeah? Uh-huh. I got it.
Shat bare paws lump of lumber yonder. That be the misery's delight. Malnage's pus. Malnage. High Queen Sea Devil of the Deadfire. Unfortunately, also the second best ship hunter around. After yours truly, of course. Doxy popped a hard on and a half for hating me the tick I joined the sorcerer. Romaro shielded me from the worst of her training. When they bountied him, I figured for sure the Rat Queen would be the first rat up the gangplank. Malnage be up in Romaro's head, or I've never had a roll on the waves. She finds him for us. She'll sink him soon as sighted. Come on, Captain.
Consider it done.
You're a follower of the light?
Light? Oh, you mean... well, depends on what you mean by follow.
Maybe you heard earlier. I follow Aethys too.
Hey, I wanted to ask you something. It's about... She means well. I can see that. But anybody got that much faith in any god, let alone Aethys? I don't know how to tell. I get why she's like that. And I was there once, but it's 'cause of that I'm no good at hiding it from her either. I don't see this getting better. It doesn't seem like she's any different than what she shows. Same thing, really. I guess that sounds familiar now that you mention it.
Summon the guards if you want to be difficult, amico. Kindly leave.
If Luca doesn't see reason, the Duape will lose their lands. Please, I must ask a favor. What say? Do you have business with the Valiant Trading Company? My people are the Duape. We signed a contract with the company. We were not understanding the terms at the time. I wish to, renegotiate. My father, the Ranga, took payment from the company. In exchange, they dig for Audra. He did not understand the Valian way. When he dies, the Outlanders will claim our father has fallen ill. And the clerk, Luca, stands by the agreement as surely as if it was stamped in his skin. Akira. When the Valian clerk learned I was from the Duape, he became very anxious. I made my appeals to Luca, but my words were as stones dropped down the deep. While I am barred from the company office, I can do nothing for my people. Akira, the gods have steered us together, friend. Take all that you need to get started. Akira, my thanks. I will remain here by day until justice is done. My words were only the crashing of waves. You will speak with authority, I say. Akira, you return. Strange smell. I will be going nowhere, my...
This room stifles already. Must you crowd it further? Ak, a lawful claim, I might add. No matter what the name, he showed up with a forged contract, as if I wouldn't know the difference between our paper. Tawenu is lucky. I only seized the forgery. The Gallet is too good for his kind. Sientere. It's no surprise the little cheat is I keep his cheap forgery locked in my chest. It's good for the occasional laugh. Diverus, and you have nothing to gain from the time and effort, eh? The company is allowed to solve problems as we see fit. And besides, lying is second nature to the Ranga heir, and simple enough. We take on the burden of caring for the tribe. In exchange, Tawenu is myopic if he thinks his tribe can thrive under a Ranga in this climate. Did those words really just escape your lips in broad daylight? It would cause me more trouble than a few paltry coins across my desk are worth. Ak, I see. The company would appreciate it if you kept our affairs as discreet as possible. Now move along. This room stifles already. Must you cry this again? Precomplan, can it? The crown has been known to grimace at our client tribe privileges. We do not allow local trouble to stymie us, so that Rawatai can steal an advantage. Postenago, the company has every reason to... Now move along. I have larger This room stifles already. This again? Precomplan, can it? This is the homeland they signed away for money. I can almost guarantee the company will put it to more dignified use. This is... true enough. But breaking a contract for diplomacy's sake is simply not done. I I would be remiss to uphold one contract to the detriment of our operation. Go on, then. Some of us have more important duties.
Ahoy, Captain. If I could bend your ear a moment, I'll be aiming to thank you for bringing me aboard. You run a tight shop, and you ain't no terrible person, neither. It'd be a welcome change from the gentleman is only the finest ship among the Principi, and Captain Ferrante our most respected shipmaster. It were too Aye, you ain't wrong. Joining the gentlemen meant I never knew no kin till the sorcerer. They be my salt family. And to me, that'd be... Don't sell yourself a Suole short, Cap, nor me neither. I'd seen what there were to be seen upon the gentlemen, learn what ropes were to be learned. Methinks a watcher after a dead god'll thrust me into an old... And believe you me, I do appreciate myself a good... I've a gift for you. This trinket be from one of the first ships I hunted. Malnage would have snatched it had I not found the perfect hiding spot. You be entirely welcome. Now, if you'll pardon me, I've roundabout reached my limit for sentiment. Bit of tackle, Cap.
Akira, you return. What say, friend? Fake? What say? I showed Luca a new contract, yes? Luca called me a criminal and summoned his guards. A man in the gullet offered to assist me. He carried papers. He helped to write a new contract in the Valian way and to fix the correct seals. Luca, I say he did not like this. He took my contract and forced me into the streets. I do not know this word. I would fix, but Luca will not. Negotiating with outsiders has not gone my way. I showed Luca a new... Luca called me a criminal and summoned his guards. Negotiating with outsiders has not gone my way. Akira, I cannot believe! A light after our long sorrow. My village is modest, but I came prepared. I set aside a few gems for trading. They are yours by right. You are a friend of the Duape. We do not forget.
Come closer, Watcher. And here I thought Tewenu would hold vigil on the company's stoop until the last shard of Audra was dredged up from the ruins of his village. Sometimes it pays to be wrong. The Valian Trading Company is so fixated on incremental profits that by the time they make any real headway, Rawatai will own every island in all but name. And the Hawana are so gullible that their loyalties will be spread across 500,000 contracts, and nothing but black powder will remind them who stop by the Royal Deadfire District sometime. Rawatai needs men and women of action to represent our interests, and I can see a promising career for...
Giant? One of the Rathun? No, much bigger. Such is the rumor. Sounds like sailor tales to me. In the market for decent food, of course.
I'll give her a bad rap.
Hail and welcome to the Wild Mare. Now, what can I do for you? You see anything you...
Do you enjoy coin, my friend? Can you lift a sword? Ado, my friend. I knew our paths would cross eventually. Que? No, you mistake me. Tell me, you are the one who sails that fine ship, Ak? Terrorize the docks with spirits, Ak? I am Aboko, and I am positioned to offer... I have opportunities for... 1,000 times I practiced my speech. Merda, never did it go this poorly. Agrasima, do you know what my problem is, amico? I am supposed to be in the business of giving bounties. But I know no one who hunts them. No one will unfurl their sail for my humble payments. But I must start from the bottom and work my way to the top, Ak? You will take the job? You will take the job. Agrasima. Something special for my first hunter, then. I will start you on Meriel. the mad animancer. She tortures her victims with unspeakable treatment. My contact saw her leaving Port Mage and heading west of Mage Island. Agrasima, you have but to ask. It is true that I have stumbled in my career. Now that I have such an accomplished hunter, I can stand in the long shadow of your success. It's not all bad, but the momentum of...
Out, pesky fly! Shoo, shoo!
You say I cannot down the rest? Watch me, amico. Madico, it is no wonder I thirst. This is not a temple I expected the gods to frequent. Agrasima, even in the oasis I am parched. If you grant wishes, there is a vacancy on my ship.
Yet another reminder that not every seaworthy vessel be crewed up to the standards of the sorcerer.
Sientere, frero. Next time around the wheel, perhaps. The fun ran dry with the coin. When the dancers see more than an empty purse, I will be a content Radora.
Consider it done.
Just say the word. I'm on it.
Where in the blazes is that old man? Have you seen an old elf hanging around here lately? Dresses funny, probably drunker than an eel, and is that line supposed to fool me? You lie worse than a kid caught with his hand in a cookie jar. Listen, the guy I'm looking for owes me a lot of money. 5,000 coppers. You help me find him, and I'll give you 20%. Fine, Andra's great sagging tits, fine. You can have 40% and rights to whatever... How about this? I give you 60% and we never discuss this again. The drunk old goat I was pestering you about, Oswald. Like the credulous fool I am, I gave him a loan and he ran off before paying me back. Haggling for the fun of it, not keeping you busy enough? The man I'm looking for, Oswald, was especially fond of one of the courtesans that maybe you can get more out of her than I can. She refuses to speak to me, the snippy little cur. She wasn't receptive to my particular chump. Maybe you can get more out of her than I can. What do you want to know? I'm one of the countless when people find out they... the man's a family friend. Has been for... must be 4 It's my fault, really. I should have known, but man's a wizard. You understand, and a tinkerer. He convinced himself and me he could. Must have been a crock of shit. Because one day he up and ran without a word of explanation, or... I thought I knew him better than that. I'm one of the countless minor nobles that... See, this is why I don't like to tell people about it. They get all weird, like you, right now. Being weird. I was hoping you wouldn't ask me that. But hey, what the hell? I'm one of the countless minor nobles that litter the Deerwooden countryside. You know Admeth Hadret, hero of the... My thoughts exactly.
If you told me a few years ago that I'd... Not because I got... Yet, here we are again. Wouldn't you know it, this time is shaping up to be crazier than the last one. But I gotta say, I appreciate how you've handled things. Thought you were weird at first, of course, but you've surprised me. There's something to that. I like to think, except I chose to believe in the goodness of a giant statue that kills everything it passes. Sometimes I have second thoughts. I've been meaning to ask, though. How is it you never seem to lose your way through all this? What is it tells you you're on the right path? That's an interesting way of looking at it. When I was a boy, things were simpler. Aethys was more like a character we read about in church. Yeah, well, most stories had him helping folks. You pray to him, he might help you too. There was no cost to it. No confusion about his will or followers. Following Aethys was right. I had no reason to question. Do you think there's any way that following him could still be the right path? After all we've seen? Well, this better be some cause for all the damage he's done. Anyway, I didn't mean... I think this was just a long way of saying... Makes me feel like I'm doing some good, going with you.
Real quiet now.
Not a problem.
See something you like? Aloth! This is the...
No, I still enjoy tile puzzles and deflecting personal questions. Anyway, what are you doing here?
I could ask the same of you. I make my own hours, meet fascinating people, and the coin's nothing to sneer at. Better than stuffy old books and unflattering robes. It's good to see you again, Aloth. Anyway, I should get back to it. Be well.
It was lovely seeing you. Perhaps lovely is too strong a word. I meant pleasant. I can see where I may have confused the poor fellow in our academy days. 'Twas a right fierce labour getting the lad to finger any flesh that were covering his spelly books.
Did you enjoy the show? There's more to see, if you're interested. I suppose. I was raised in the Adir Empire. When I was young, I studied to be an arcane knight. After an incident at my school, I left the same as any of the courtesans here, I imagine. I showed an aptitude. I trained with a master, and when I was ready, I began accepting clients of my own. Work is work, but I am luckier than many. Ah, the money might, I suppose. I was raised in the Adir Empire. A handful of my fellow students got up to a bit of mischief that ended with several people dead. I suppose. I was raised in the same as any of... I showed an aptitude. I would be happy to show you. For a price? Till later, then.
Well, as long as I don't get caught.
Rank thievery? Really? Get out! I have nothing more to say to you. Rank thievery? I have nothing more to say to you.
Not a problem.
I will give you an experience you won't soon forget. I must assume the question beneath your question is how a fire godlike came to find herself in a place such as this. Perseverance. Being as I am, I have been forced to find it for myself. Now I teach it to others. But we cannot always be strong. 300 copper. Very well. Remove. You may leave.
Come to seek ablutions for your sins? Get it? Ablutions, absolute massage, bath, whatever you need. Just ask. 250 copper. Soaps, oils, fresh linens, all included. Best massage in Nekitakay. Or you, for that matter. Oh, you don't want to hear about that. I lived a boring life, so...
Come, lay your head on my breast. I will read to you the work of my favorite poet, Skilber. 100 copper pans, a reasonable fee to experience the sublime words of Adir's great... Come, lay your head on my breast. It's futile but my troop were my family, and we traveled the whole of the Adir Empire, performing the classic literatures to cheering order. The work was good when the crowds were grateful, and their pockets swelled with coin. I found a more dependable application of my talents here. To touch the hearts of... Have you come to hear some verse? Oh, her. Yes, She is persistent, isn't she? She barged in. She grew incensed when I asked her to leave. She's no longer welcome in my room. I do hope she's not a friend of yours. Her manners are atrocious. Farewell. Have you come to hear some verse? I'm sure I don't know who you're talking about. Now please leave. If I knew a man named Oswald, and if that man was in danger, I would still... Now, is there something else I can do for you? I'm sure I don't know who you're talking about. Now please leave. Oswald has visited oft of late. He's a sentimental old man, and he longs for the words of our homeland, Adir. I would often read the old epics to... He's grown paranoid recently, however, always muttering about the shadows following him. He came to me in a panic a few days ago and shoved his journal into my hands. He told me he'd be back for it. I wonder, perhaps his journal would help you find him. Here, take this key.
Not a problem.
See something you like? Aloth! This is the last place I expected to see you. Have your interest...
No.
I make my own hours, meet fascinating...
This is him.
A pleasure. It's good to see...
It was lovely. Perhaps I can... It was a right for you.
Did you enjoy the show? Ah, the I suppose. I was raised in the Adir... I suppose. I was raised in the same as any of... I showed an aptitude. There is more to... But the rest of it belongs to me. And I don't care to... I suppose. I was raised in the same as... I showed an aptitude. I work is work, but I am luckier than... I suppose. I was raised in the same as any... I showed an aptitude. I would be happy to... I suppose. I was raised in the... Till later, then.
Have you got any leads on that matter? Oswald, you've really stepped in it now, haven't you? Getting mixed up with Woodikins? You damned old fool. Where could they have taken him? Not really. To be honest, I spent most of the trip out from Defiance Bay, bent over the bulwark, giving Andra a taste of my innards. Damn, if only I could find that captain who gave us passage to the Deadfire. Bet he'd know. Wait a tick. When our ship neared Nekitaka, the bosun told me about a weird temple on an island in the Karatapu Channel, southwest of the city. She wouldn't tell me what it was for, though. Go take a look then, and let me know what you find. With any luck, you'll catch the old goat there in one piece, and we'll both leave here with some weight in our purse.
Salt in the air.
I've noticed you seem to be frequently at odds with others in your order.
Some of my brethren don't understand why I gotta do what I do. But I'm not beholden to...
I can certainly sympathize.
Open.
All right, but I'm keeping what's in there. All right, but I'm keeping... Guess that wasn't so hard.
Nothing will slip past.
Avast, ground filth! Why disturb Lord Admiral, eh? Eh? Not doing anything wrong, eh? Go away! Vote! Eh? Lord Admiral has fleet! Blast filthy ground stink city! Start with you, eh? Get him, cullies!
Can't hide from me. Word of mouth. The oil.
Not a problem. No trouble at all.
The Queen is holding court today with the Valians and Rowattians.
How long before they're killing each other?
Wager on it?
If you are here about the taxes, tell the Queen... Oh, you are not the tax collector. What business brings you to my mill? Ha! I need a large country estate. It is good for the heart to dream impossible dreams, yes? The Adra belongs to the Valian Trading Company, amico. I cannot. Okay? You go around asking just anyone in Queen's Birth personal questions. Lucky for you, I am a woman of honor. I direct luminous milling for the Valian Trading Company. It's a nice job. You want to know more? Maybe you cannot see through that thing on your eyes, huh? We mill luminous, of course. Take big chunks, break into smaller chunks, crush into dust-sized chunks. Per con plancanet, it is really good day.
Don't worry. The vision's past.
Oh, hello. Welcome to my shop. It's such a... How might I assist you? Oh, I am a cartographer. I make maps. If you need a map of any settled region of the Deadfire, I am your man. It used to be I would take to the sea and do a bit of charting myself, but I haven't the time. Too many maps need making. I'm quite keen to write a book, in fact. Oh, but I won't trouble you. Sometimes. married to the work, you know? I just get so engrossed in sharing a bed with a few maps is a good sight better than sharing with Caleb, I'll tell you that. He always hogs the blankets. You think so? He is a magnificent beast, isn't he? He's been a bit low lately. I'm putting together an explorer's account of the Dead Fire. Or at least the part of it Queen Onekaza's tribe has laid claim to. My book will... well, that was the idea. You'd think ship captains would be a bold-hearted bunch. I'm not exactly the most powerful fighter. Do you mean it? This is... wow! I can't thank you enough. It's a lot of ground, I mean water to cover, and some of these islands are in very dangerous waters. Don't worry, I planned it all out. We'll get your feet wet first. With a little experience on the idea is to explore all the islands that haven't been charted yet, or even named. That falls to you, Amico. You can't tell me I thought we could start with the waters around the company outpost at Port Maggi. There are 2 islands in the region. Once you're back, I'll start filling in my map and adding your findings to the book. Oh, this... Welcome back, welcome back. How might I assist you? Certainly, sir.
mago of a brother. You there, Madico. Where is that spoiled brat? Laro is past due for a company meeting. Mother wants me to drag the elusive louse back.
Must be nice to be a layabout. Uncle Angbert would have tanned my hide.
Fuck. I am angry and jealous in equal measure. You'd think this district was a maze, the way he manages to hide. Fuck. A face from the motherland is a welcome sight. If you desire to get in the graces of the Valiant Trading Company, could I persuade you to watch out for Laro? I'd pay generously for your trouble. I'm concerned because Laro tends to feud with Orso, one of the local Valera rats. The Valeras. A brood of sea vermin playing at nobility. We squabble and compete, but Laro, the Pastinago, takes it too far. Would you? Laro and his miscreant friends carouse at the tavern, the falls above the Adra Mill, and the southwest. If you see him, tell Laro to get his good-for-nothing
Well, we do have this thing with chasing a rogue god to the ends of Aora, but
Tell me, as you wish. I'm here.
Yeah? Leave it to me.
Real quiet now.
well, as long as I don't get caught. Guess that wasn't so hard.
We're full up, I'm afraid. If you look, we do indeed. Forgive me if I mistook you for a tenant. There are quarters set aside upstairs. It's not my place to share the dealings of the Valera Suffice it to say that a family in want of coin might find alternate means of securing their finance. But I've said enough. You'll find Atello Valera upstairs in his study. Well, as they say,
Already on.
Ah, a new face in the Valera halls. Courtly manners are welcome here. My time is not inexhaustible. What can I do? I am willing to Valera ships escort goods and merchants from island to island. The Principe dogs show us their stern whenever they spot.
Leave it to a swabby from the Republics to think a pirate showing them their rear be a compliment.
A new face to the Valera halls. And aren't we all so excited? I always make time for chatter. Say what you will. Is drama unacceptable? I make sure the wine cellar is stocked, and that sons and daughters alike.
Good night. We can speak in the morning.
Keep it down. All right, but I'm keeping what's in there. All done. I could go for some shut-eye about now. Nice and quiet.
Not sure I can.
Trouble sleeping, Watcher? Me, I sleep like an infant.
Consider it done.